Unlock the surprising secret to a joyful and enduring daily rhythm, rooted in centuries of human wanderlust. Picture this: no matter where you live or what era you're in, humans everywhere seem to follow an unspoken rule about how much they move each day. It's a pattern that could hold the key to crafting a life that's not just productive, but truly fulfilling and aligned with our deepest instincts. But here's where it gets controversial. Could sticking to this rules mean challenging our modern, fast-paced lifestyles that often demand more? Let's dive in and explore how this insight from physics might reshape how you approach your routine. Back in 1995, an Italian physicist named Cesare Marchetti published a fascinating paper that highlighted a remarkable trend he'd observed across the globe. Regardless of culture, location, or lifestyle, people in every society tend to spend about the same amount of time each day traveling away from home. As Marchetti put it, the average daily exposure time for humans hovers around 1 hour, and this holds true whether you're in a bustling city or a quiet village. Of course, there's variation. Some folks travel more, like those who embrace adventure and exploration as part of their success strategy, while others opt for less movement, turning simple staycations into rejuvenating escapes. Yet, the majority of us fall right into that 1 hour sweet spot. For instance, consider how technology and modes of transport play a role. In an hour, you could cover vastly different distances depending on your method. Greek villagers, living a traditional Mediterranean lifestyle linked to longevity, might roam about 20 square kilometers on foot, whereas American city dwellers commuting by car could easily traverse 6 or 7 times that area. But even in situations where travel seems impossible, the pattern persists. Marchetti pointed out that people serving life sentences in prison, with nowhere to go and all the time in the world, still walk around for about an hour each day in the open air. This suggests the urge isn't just about necessity, it's something deeper in our nature. So, is this 1 hour rule really a universal truth? If it is, what's the origin story behind it? And this is the part most people miss: how can busy entrepreneurs like you leverage it to build daily routines that feel sustainable and enjoyable, rather than draining and at odds with who we are as humans? At first glance, the idea that everyone from ancient Romans to hunter-gatherers to today's urban professionals spends roughly the same time on the move might seem utterly improbable. After all, our lives are so diverse now. But Marchetti's work, drawing on insights from other scientists, presents compelling evidence that this isn't just coincidence, it's a product of our evolutionary wiring. Think of humans as naturally territorial creatures, always seeking to expand our territory for gathering resources. We're also innately curious beings, drawn to discover what's beyond the next hill or horizon, a trait that's made us explorers throughout history. However, this built-in drive to roam was historically limited by the very real risks and costs of travel, like physical danger or the effort required before modern conveniences. For beginners trying to wrap their heads around this, imagine it like this: our ancestors had to balance the thrill of exploration with survival needs, leading to a sweet spot of about an hour of movement that maximized benefits without overwhelming risks. In today's world, where we have cars, trains, and even remote work, this rule still echoes, perhaps explaining why long commutes can lead to burnout, or why a brisk daily walk feels so refreshing. But here's a controversial angle: in our hyper-connected era, with demands for constant productivity and virtual meetings, are we inadvertently pushing against this natural limit? Some might argue that embracing shorter, more intentional travel could boost creativity and well-being, while others insist that ambition requires bending these rules. What do you think? Should we adapt our routines to honor this ancient rhythm, or is it outdated in a world of instant gratification? As we ponder these questions, remember that understanding and applying the 1 hour rule isn't just about physics, it's about designing a life that feels balanced and human. If you've got thoughts on whether this applies to your routine, or if you disagree that curiosity is still our driving force today, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your take. P.S. The deadline for the 2026 Incorporated Regionals Awards is coming up fast, Friday, December 12th, at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time. Don't miss your chance to apply and get recognized. Refreshed leadership advice from CEO Stephanie Mehta.